XRP and they've adopted the Ripple protocol. But that's a whole different topic. XRP is still a decentralized technology. And because XRP is not issued by any government or central bank, it's not subject to the same risk as a CBDC, which are vulnerable to government intervention, inflation, and currency devaluation. Basically, it's programmable. They can control it. Another reason is that Ripple has very strong partnerships with major financial institutions. Ripple, even the company itself behind XRP, has formed the strongest partnerships with some of the world's largest financial institutions. And these are just a few partnerships that could give XRP a competitive advantage in the financial industry and increase its adoption.
Today, there's a lot of examples where you're settling a transaction, but there's almost always an intermediary, a security settlement, I mean, frankly, insurance. There's so many examples where, whether it's a financial system, cross-border payments, where Ripple has focused, there's an intermediary there, and it's the commute of trust. If I'm a merchant down the street and I use Visa to commute trust, the merchant trusts Visa, Visa trusts me, they're commuting trust. But Visa's taking how many, 200, 300 bips for that privilege. Anyone who sits in that central counterparty basis, it could be disintermediated by a blockchain settlement, because now I can settle with certainty whether or not I trust you or not. If I go to the merchant down the street and I send a transaction with Bitcoin or something else, actually Bitcoin's not great for payments, we could get into that, but the merchant knows settlement is final. They have received the Bitcoin.
So in conclusion, investing in technologies like XRP can potentially help protect you from the risk associated with a central bank digital currency and new financial system. Central bank digital currencies, again, are issued by the central banks and could potentially threaten your privacy and autonomy by providing unprecedented levels of control to governments and financial institutions. On the other hand, again, XRP is a decentralized digital currency that operates on a distributed ledger. So it's not, again, subjected to the government or that.
What is going on? What is going on? What's going on, family? Welcome to Coffee and Crypto, episode number 83. We are live, 83 episodes in. All right, if you have been watching this video, I hope you learned something. All right, ISO 20022 explained in depth and your best defense against CBDC, central bank digital currencies. Mr. Branch, I got you. I will definitely send you the link to this video. And matter of fact, I'll just go ahead and send it. I'll just go ahead and send that link. That way everybody can go out there, right, and do the necessary research. So I'll go ahead and drop that link. If y'all could do me a favor and just do me a quick favor and drop this link. Drop this link for me inside of the different group chats and just different places. That way, more of our family, more of our friends, loved ones can hop onto this show. And if you're live on YouTube right now, I want to say welcome to the call. Give me 2 seconds, y'all. Welcome to the call. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you subscribe and you smash that like button, because smashing the like button, it's way more people that view it than smash the like button. But definitely would appreciate if you all would do me a favor and smash that like button on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, the Oh My Crypto Network. And before we get this call started, today's call is going to be like every other one. Super bullish. If you're excited to be here, make sure you drop that hot coffee. Make sure that whenever you hear something you like, drop that hot coffee. Let me know that I'm heating it up. Let me know that I'm doing my thing. Hype me up. Hype me up, man. That's what it's all about. And I'm gonna give you all a great show today. I'm gonna make sure that you learn a lot because there's a lot of stuff going on right now. But before we can get in there, I want you all to understand that this is the #1 cryptocurrency morning show in the world, literally. Right? This one right here. Coffee and Crypto is the #1, not by numbers, but by facts. This is the #1 cryptocurrency morning show in the world. And if this is your first time, I'm going to show you why we're #1. Okay, I'm going to show you why. I have a master's degree. I put master level, I put PhD level research and compounding into this. This is what I spend every single day studying. And I promise you all, I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Now, I want to ask y'all for a quick favor. Okay, if y'all can do me a quick favor, if you can do me a quick favor, whether you're on YouTube or you're on the Zoom, just say yes. All right, it's gonna be a simple favor, but if you could just do me, if you're willing to do me a quick favor, and maybe you've already done the favor. If you already done the favor for the day, then you know what the favor is. But if you don't, if you have not done the favor yet, I want to ask of my community, I want to ask of my tribe, I want to ask of my people to help me out right quick and do me a quick favor. All right, I'm about to drop something in the chat box for you all. Okay, and let's get to it. So what I was going to ask for is that you all go, and I'm going to drop it in the chat box. If you all can go to Twitter really fast, all right, and I'm going to drop the link. That way you can get there way easier. And this would just help me in the podcast and what our mission is and what we're doing. Give me 2 seconds, y'all. Make sure that we have everybody muted and everything is good to go. Welcome to all the new people that's plugging into the show, man. I definitely appreciate y'all for being the best part of what we do. But I just dropped the link, okay, inside of the Zoom. And then I'm also going to go over to YouTube really fast because I'm not going to forget my YouTube fam. Okay, I'm going to go over to the YouTube really quick. Okay, maybe I can't today. Am I live on YouTube? Somebody give me a thumbs up if I'm live on YouTube. All right, cool. Something gave me a message saying that I wasn't live on YouTube. I was about to go off. I was about to call you. I was finna call YouTube right here, right now. I was like, hold on, YouTube. Don't do me like that. Shout out to my YouTube family. Y'all are strong over there right now. I'm gonna drop this link in there as well. If y'all can just go over to the not Earn While You Learn, but the Earn Your Leisure page. If y'all could do that for me, okay, and just drop the word, all right, or drop the term coffee and crypto. That way they know that this is the #1 crypto or the #1 podcast coming out of Atlanta. They ask for people to let them know what the #1 podcast shot in Atlanta is. And I just want to make sure that they get the right information. You know what I mean? So if y'all can do me, a quick favor, and that would be absolutely amazing. And don't worry about the trolls, y'all. Sorry. All right. You cannot control the trolls. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, that is what's going to happen. People are going to come on the show. That means that we're getting bigger and we're getting better and we're getting more and more brighter by the day. You know what I'm saying? So just ignore all the comments that's going on. I'm going to kick people out that shouldn't be in here. We're going to keep going. All right. So if y'all with me, let's get it. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and dive into today's episode and the content that we need to drop. Okay. Now, the first thing that we're going to watch, family, okay, the very first thing that we're going to watch is this, okay? Breaking. First off, before we even get in there, the Supreme Court, Lord. Okay, look, it is what it is, y'all. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Y'all give me 1 second. Okay, here we go. All right, we good to go. Give me 1 second. I'm just going to secure this page real quick so we can get a good show. I'm not really tripping. Like, we're going to be here. We're going to do this show regardless. All right, so not really tripping. But y'all give me 2 seconds. Okay. All right. So let's dive into today's show. Okay. So the Supreme Court justices, okay, in the Google case expressed hesitation about upending Section 230. Now, if you all don't know what Section 230 is, I'm going to show you a document. And so this document was, this is from like, what is it? Like, I think it might have been like when the internet first came out, right? So I believe this document was published back in 1994, okay? I believe that's when this document was published. And the reason why was to protect social media companies through something called through this section 230, right? It was to protect social media companies from being responsible for what third party people will post. So whether that is, a third party post dealing with some type of hatred, some type of terrorist act, anything of that sort, social media companies are not held responsible for those things. And so now the Supreme Court is starting to attack. And is this right? Is this wrong? Is this right? At the end of the day, I don't know. I don't know whether it's wrong. I don't know whether it's right, but I do know that that is true, right? It's very, very true that there is not enough responsibility that these companies are facing. And so now they're looking to take away the section 230. So Supreme Court justices voiced hesitation in upending a key legal shield that protects the tech industry from liability from their users' posts during arguments in the Gonzalez versus Google on Tuesday. Justices across the ideological spectrum expressed concern with breaking the delicate balance set by Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act in their ruling on the case. Okay, on Wednesday, the justices will hear arguments in Twitter versus Tabne. I hope I said that right. Okay, a similar case with a different legal action. So you got a bunch of people that that are starting to sue these or have been suing these social media companies for a while. And so now I want to play this video for you all. And then this entire thread is this entire thread that Mario Nawful put. Okay, if you don't follow him on Twitter, make sure you guys go and follow him. But this entire thread was crazy going through it, and we don't have the time to go through it today. However, I want to play this quick video and then another clip as well to kind of show you what's going on and kind of where this stems from in the past, right? So give me 2 seconds.
Bloomberg joining us about these cases. Gonzalez v. Google, the first one up, Greg Store, when it comes to content and third-party users. Set that up for us.
Sure. It's a lawsuit by the victim of a 2015 terrorist attack in Paris. And the family had a lot of claims when the case started, but right now it boils down to this. The family says that YouTube, which is owned by Google, allowed targeted recommendations. So somebody who might be interested in terrorist content would then see, after watching one terrorist video, would see another terrorist video. And they say that that is something that Section 230 does not protect against, and they are seeking to sue the company to collect damages for aiding and abetting that terrorist attack.
And then tomorrow's case, this is Twitter versus Tamna, and I hope I'm saying that right, but set that up as well, especially when it comes to the larger issues of content.
Sure. This case is about a different terrorist attack, and the legal issue before the Supreme Court is slightly different. It has to do with whether the companies, not just Twitter, but actually a couple other social media companies, did enough to remove content. And basically what the family says is, hey, there were all sorts of warnings that there was this sort of stuff on the system, both from high-ranking government officials and from private sources. And this is an area where social media companies should have moved much more quickly. And that case is actually not, even though it's interconnected, it's not actually about Section 230, which is what we've been talking about. This is a case, at least at the Supreme Court, where the question is, can you sue for this sort of thing under a law known as the Anti-Terrorism Act? The social media companies basically need to win one of these two cases in order to stop these claims from going forward.
When the justices then hear these cases, ultimately, what are they being asked to decide?
Well, as I said, you've got basically two different laws at stake. So the question is, first, can this sort of claim go forward under this law that's designed to let people go after supporters of terrorism? And then secondly, is this big shield that protects not just against terrorism claims, but all sorts of third-party claims about content on the internet, claims about hate speech, claims about defamation, which you referred to earlier at the top of the hour, whether those sorts of things can go forward, and if so, the social media companies would no longer have this very broad protection that they've enjoyed for the past quarter century or so.
I suppose that social media companies themselves have said if there are any potential changes or major changes to 230, not only would it impact the harmful content that you speak of, but everyday content that a user might just want to enjoy on his own. Talk a little bit about what they're saying and how it kind of goes into what's being heard today and tomorrow.
Sure, they're actually saying we're going to have to be a lot more conservative about, with a small c, about what we're going to allow online. We're going to have to really stifle some speech, is what they're saying. And part of the argument is, this claim, what the family in the Gonzalez case is saying is, this is about targeted recommendations. This is about the social media company doing something active, not just passively letting a third party's content go forward appear. But the social media and other internet companies are saying all these things are driven by algorithms, and the algorithms are very similar, even whether we're talking about targeted content or we're talking about just a search engine. We're talking about a platform that coders use. All these things are driven by algorithms, and if we are potentially subject to lawsuits, we're going to have to really restrict how these platforms are used.
Have the current justices heard this type of case before, or have they made their impressions on the topic known?
They have not heard this type of case before. Section 230 is something that a lot of folks have wanted them to take up, but they haven't yet. Justice Clarence Thomas has indicated he is interested in piercing the shield of Section 230. He's one vote we're going to be watching, one justice we'll be watching very closely for that reason. There's some possibility this will end up as a conservative liberal issue. By no means a certainty. Justice Thomas is the one where he said enough that we think we might have a little bit of a hint where he's coming from.
When it comes then to today's case, who's making the arguments for and against? And that might not be accurate, but at least who's making the arguments?
So the lawyer for the family is a lawyer named Eric Schnapper. A lawyer for Google is a veteran Supreme Court advocate, Lisa Blatt. And then the Biden administration will be weighing in on behalf of the family, or largely on behalf of the family. They are essentially saying at least a slice of this lawsuit should potentially be allowed to go forward. They say the family should get another chance to argue about that before a federal appeals court.
And to that end, Greg Storr, do the justices have to take a wide approach when making a decision, or can they take a narrower path?
They can certainly try to take a narrower path. Now, one thing, as I alluded to, that the companies are arguing is that there's not really they say there's not really a narrow path here for them to take, that you can't do what the family is saying and separate out search engines and say search engines are not going to be affected because the companies say algorithms drive this whole thing. That said, one way to think about this case that I've been trying to think about is that these two cases sort of act as off-ramps for one another. If the court decides that Section 230 case is too difficult for them, Google argues that just by ruling in Twitter's favor in that case will undermine the Gonzalez family lawsuit and mean the Supreme Court never has to decide the Section 230 case, Section 230 issue in this case. Now, a lot of folks think the court really needs to go ahead and decide this because until they do, it's going to be up in the air. But that's at least an option for the court.
Greg Storr, closely.
So I wanted to bring this up in the beginning of the show, and the reason why is because, again, we are moving into a time where decentralization, right, is really starting to become a thing. And so I believe, and this is just my theory, everybody sees it differently, okay? And also, I want to also address, sorry about the people that was getting on, you know what I mean, and acting crazy in the beginning, but as a leader and as a boss, I had to figure out how to make it happen. And so they're not in here no more. And I just want to say I apologize about the stuff that you all experienced. However, I will be adding some more management and security things to the Zoom. I'll be having some people that I'll be working with on that. So just to make this more of a safe environment so that we don't have those type of hiccups in the future. So just wanted to apologize about the inappropriate stuff from some of the scammers that hopped onto the show. However, if you're on the show right now and you got access, I'm gonna tell you right now, don't take access for granted, because you may not be granted access in the future. That was just a quick little bar right there for everybody. All right, let's dive into this show. All right, we got to get into this crypto information. Now, again, decentralization is coming. Okay, it's already here. But this court case is making it to the point where now there has to be responsibility. And so if there's more responsibility, I can really see where these social media companies are going to try to say, okay, well, we're going to switch over to a more decentralized manner and take our hands off of trying to have as much control, right? And so this is what's going to really, to me, this is what's going to shift us even further into a more decentralized world, a more decentralized economy. Now, in 1995, a provision was crafted that paved the legal path for today's internet giants to moderate online speech. At the time, the political stakes seemed so low that the national media barely noticed. Now, this right here is from 1996, and I'm gonna play a little bit of it. I don't really think I need to play this entire video, but I want you all to see kind of how even in 1996, technology and free speech was being paved, like they said in this post.
Use as an operator because the technology is still in transition. Hello, operator.
So this is Bill Clinton and Al Gore.
2 gigabitties. A gracious hello. Have I reached the party to whom I am speaking?
Yes. Thank you, Ernestine. Would you please help the president and me place a call to some young people from Calvin Coolidge High School, please?
Now, this was the telecommunications bill signing ceremony, right? So takes us back to this document right here, right? Title 47, this was the bill, the telecommunications bill. Now, I want to read this to you all so you can follow where I'm going, right? I'm showing this stuff for a reason, right? I'm very intentional on what I show on the show, right? And so check this. Looking at the policy, let's look at the findings. The Congress finds the following. All right, let's zoom in a little bit for my people that may need that. All right, so the rapidly developing array of internet and other interactive computer services available to individual Americans represent an extraordinary advance in the availability of educational informational resources to our citizens. These services offer users a great degree of control over the information that they receive, as well as the potential for even greater control in the future as technology develops. The internet and other interactive computer services offer a forum for a true diversity of political discourse, unique opportunities for cultural development, and myriad of avenues for intellectual activity. The internet and other interactive computer services have flourished to the benefit of all Americans with a minimum of government regulation. The reason why they came out with this bill in the beginning, the reason why they came out with this act, this certain section inside of this bill was for one reason, because they saw that technology, all right, in telecommunications and the power of the internet needed to evolve, and it needed to evolve free and clear. Right? It didn't need too many boundaries that it could not transform into the behemoth that the internet is today, right? So let's go down and look at the policies, right? So it is the policy of the United States, number one, to promote the continued development of the internet and other interactive computer services and other interactive media. Listen, it is the policy of the United States to promote the continued development of the internet. They are stifling this development, okay? I'm a lawyer at this point, all right? They are stifling the development of innovation when it comes to Web3 and cryptocurrency and blockchain. That's what's happening. blockchain, blockchain, blockchain. Shout out to Asia Star. All right. Now, Sharif. All right, cool. Yeah, we good to go. I gotta let people in now. All right. You gotta be granted access to the show. Okay. If I don't know your name, you're not getting in straight up. So y'all better start showing up. If I don't know your name, not getting into this. You look, the doors have been locked to the church. You gotta tune in on YouTube if you're gonna come with the riffraff. All right. So now, this is important. All right. All of this is important. We don't have time. I'm gonna drop this in the We Got the Receipt section. So if you're inside my Discord group, you'll have access to that. Okay. But I wanted to show you guys that the full scale of adoption of Web3 and blockchain technology and Internet of Things, which is the new internet, right? You have the Internet of Value, right? The Internet of Value was the very first internet, the internet of emails and dial-up and just all those different phases that we went through. Okay, perfect. Now we moved into the Internet of Things, which is taking real-world assets, real-world things, tokenizing them and put them onto the blockchain, put them onto a distributed ledger for that technology, right? That is what we're moving into. And so they are now starting to pave the way for social media. They're paving the way for environmental things. They're paving the way for retail. They're paving the way for payment services. The whole landscape that you're used to, that you're comfortable in, is being changed. Let me sip some of this. Look, today's show is not sponsored by Bojangles, but I'm drinking their coffee. Had to stop over there and get one of them chicken biscuits this morning. All right, if you know about Bojangles, man, I'm sorry to my vegans, but hey, that Bojangles chicken biscuit in the morning, it just, you know, it just make you do some, you know, make you do some strange things for a little chicken sandwich. All right, but let's dive into this crypto content. Okay, Digital Asset Investor puts out, this was actually what I was going to show last episode. Proof of work never made any sense because it was and is a prototype disguised as a libertarian movement, XRP and gold. I hope you guys enjoy this video right here from Catherine Austin Fitz. Y'all gotta look that lady up.
As a policy matter, I do think that cryptos were encouraged and pumped and dumped and continue to be pumped and dumped to do the prototyping that's needed for the central bankers to figure out how to do CBDCs. But they also play a lot of other roles, helping to move money around secretly, helping to launder money, helping to get a lot of the people who are freedom fighters working for you and building your train tracks instead of building towards freedom. So even though I think a lot of people who are using Bitcoin to try and build freedom are very sincere, I think part of the op is getting them to help the central bankers prototype where they want to go. And I think it's been very successful. I think crypto has done a great job of sort of leading a whole world of people into a process that helps the big guys get to where they want to go. So as a policy matter, build freedom are very sincere. I think part of the op is getting them to help the central bankers prototype where they want to go. And I think it's been very successful. I think crypto has done a great job of sort of leading a whole world of people into a process that helps the big guys get to where they want to go. So
did I hear that?
As a policy matter, I do see crypto as an op to build towards the CBDC. And I think from Mr. Global standpoint, it's been remarkably successcul.
So they're leveraging. Remember, I told you guys this in the beginning, right? I told you all this. I'm like, what was his name? Was it Arnez on Drumline? Remember the guy that played when they got to college, he was like, he told Nick Cannon, he said, I told you, dog, I told you. Like, that's how I'm gonna be when this stuff go up, when XRP goes to the moon, I'm gonna be on there like, I told y'all to invest. I told y'all, niggas, I told y'all. You know what I mean? But anyway, if we can't have fun here, man, I don't know what else we can do. All right. If you live on YouTube right now, shout out to my YouTube family. Smash the subscribe, smash the like button, and let's continue. All right. Oh, Jaja trying to get in the building. I know Jaja. Welcome to the building. Let's get it.
So Robert loves what he does and he's great at what he does. But in March 2020, when the lockdown came, I came downstairs. He looked at me and says, "What does this mean?" I said, "It means we have to learn how to fish." He said, "I don't want to be a fisherman." But we have to get resiliency among ourselves: food and water, energy, shelter, health, community. Fourth, we have to decentralize the money system. We've gotten to this point because we've allowed a monopoly on money, not just currency, but the circulation of equity. And if you look at how most of our portfolios and money work, we're financing the enemy. We're building our own prison. So we have to figure out how to take back control of the money system. And there are many ways to do it. But there are a couple of important things you have to grapple with when you deal with money.
So we have to learn how to take back the financial system. See, people be talking about like somebody told me that they're broke because of the economy. I said, no, you're broke because of your lack of everything. Like, that's why you're broke. Like, you broke because you're not willing to just do the things that will make you unbroke. That's why you're broke. Like I control my own economy. I control my own environment. I control my own money. I control my own cash flow. If I want to make more money, I'm going to go sell books. I'm going to send text messages. I don't care if you get mad because I sent you a text about my book. Block me. That's where I'm at with it. If you want to build it, just go do it. Be unapologetic and go get to the day. Go get to it, right? I feel, look, that's what I would have said on stage, but that's why they ain't got my wild butt on stage yet. Let's get it.
And the first thing is, the important thing about any money or financial system comes down to the quality of governance. The reason the current financial systems are so powerful is because their governance is backed up by awesome force. We won't have awesome force to back up ours. We need excellence in governance, a commitment to the rule of law, and we need a culture, because you can't, there's not enough enforcement in the world to back up a great culture. That enforcement has to come not just from law, but from culture. I'll never forget, one of my favorite allies in Washington used to say, culture is the integration of the divine in everyday life. And we need that kind of culture. So we're going to have to decentralize the transaction system, and that system is going to have to be both physical and digital. We need the digital for efficiency, but we need the physical to keep it honest and to keep it real. Any old digital system can be captured. Jan was very nice to mention we have a campaign going called Cash Friday. We're trying to get everybody to return fashionability to cash. And we have many wonderful subscribers who write in and saying, I'm doing all cash now. And all the local businesses are giving me a 10% discount. It's great. So think in terms of, you don't want an all digital system. For the use of digital, I suggest what we need, and this comes from a wonderful ally named Bill Binney. We need to integrate into all the school and homeschooling curriculums. We need to teach the kids how to make encryption systems. What Bill said, if we can get hundreds of people in a community creating lots of encryption systems and changing them and rolling them over, he said they can't deal with it. It'll drive them crazy. And he used to be the top technical guy at the NSA, so I believe him. And then one other thing, and probably the most important thing, there's a line in scripture, and now abideth faith, hope, and charity, but the greatest of these is charity. When you're in a fork in the road and some people want to take you into tight central control, into dystopic transhumanism, into very totalitarian kinds of systems, it's very easy to get frustrated. It's very easy to get angry. It's very easy to get mad. And I'm not saying don't do those things, but we need to channel it in a way so that we don't lose our love and we don't lose our empathy, because our power comes from the fact that we're human. Our power comes from our empathy. And unfortunately, we are in a situation where the people who lack empathy have been very good at finding each other and conspiring together. And so we need a way to find each other and conspire with each other and deal with tremendous evil without losing our empathy and without losing humanity. because we need a human civilization. So think of at the root of this, we need to build a human civilization, and we need to build a human civilization with decentralized systems, starting with the currency and the equity and the financial system. But remember, our power comes from our spiritual power, our emotional power, our energetic power, our intellectual power, and more than anything, our imagination. One of the things I always say, now is not the time in our history to have a failure of imagination. So faith, hope, and love, that is what we need. And each person is different.
Sheesh. Hey, she lit. I told y'all I had a video. I had a special video for y'all today. Like, yo, shout out to this. Shout out to Cat. I'm just call her Cat. Shout out to Cat, man. You know what I mean? Like, Cat ain't never been Cat. You know what I mean? She really told y'all something, man. It was about the imagination. I told y'all, imagination is the workshop of the mind. The imagination is the workshop of the mind. You can't do nothing without your imagination. Let's dive into this, man. Give digital IDs to all. This is from the Times. All right, the Times magazine, the Times news station. All right, whatever we call this. Okay, give, and this came out February 22nd. Drop some hot coffee. Trying to just show y'all what's going on. I just want y'all, look, I just want to make sure that y'all know what's going on in the world so you can make the right decision for you and your family. Give digital IDs to all. Urge Tony Blair and William Hague. If you don't know who these two guys are, let's see. Everyone in Britain should be given a digital ID incorporating their passport, driving license, tax records, qualifications, and right to work as the cornerstone of a technology revolution. Sir Tony Blair, shout out to Sir Sion on the call, and also Lord Hague of Richmond. Okay, listen to these two guys right here. They're telling y'all what's about to happen. Again, it's a sir and a lord, like sir and lord, like he ain't my lord, okay, but he's a lord. So just with that title alone, that tells me that he up here on this pedestal in Europe, right? In Britain, okay, and then you also, in Britain, and then you also have the regular people that are in Britain, the British, right, that are maybe not up here. And so these people up here in the food chain, they are called the shot callers. Listen to the shots they are calling for their country.
The real world event today is this technology revolution, and it's the 21st century equivalent of the Industrial Revolution. And unless we as a country understand, and the politics of the country understand this revolution and try and harness it properly, then we're going to get left behind. You've got to think about how the world's changing and how you bring your whole apparatus of government and the state up to date. And the next iterations of it, through things like generative AI, for example, are going to be just massive. And they offer you enormous opportunities to reshape your public services. And everything could be reshaped, by the way, in public services, even things like the criminal justice system, never mind health and education and so on. We've got to get the focus of government back on these questions because they will determine our future.
Redesign the state now for the new world, and that is, we think, as former leaders of the two main political parties, that is what politics needs to be primarily about.
It's important we're getting the best minds we possibly can on this problem, working for the public. It's got to be done in a way where there's a sense of national unity behind the purpose, and where you've got people across the political divide working with each other, and so that the mission itself can survive changes in government.
Hey, did y'all see that though? He had his coffee. Hey, he knows something about the power of coffee in crypto. Let's go. Let's go. Drop some hot coffee in the chat box and let's keep the energy up. Now, with that being said, let's dive into this. Digital identity. This is what's happening. The World Economic Forum, the BIS, the WHO, the CDC, the FBI, who else? The DOJ, Department of Justice, everybody. the FDA, okay, everybody is a part of this. Okay, this is what's called, okay, this is what's called the fourth industrial revolution, where you will own nothing and be happy with it. We are entering the fourth industrial revolution, where you will own nothing, not even the title, not even the title to your home. You won't even own that. You want to know why? Because you'll be happy without owning it. I ain't make it up. So, digital identity, let's break this down. You got four things in the middle. You got entities, devices, people, and things. All of these things will interoperate. All of these things will work in coordinates together. So you have the healthcare system in a digital identity for users to access insurance information, right? To monitor health devices, etc. You got smart cities to monitor devices and sensors transmitting data such as energy usage. We're talking about carbon neutrality. Your smart city will be able to know, okay, listen, your smart city will be able to know, okay, how often you drive, how often you go to the grocery store, so that they can pay attention to your carbon footprint. And if you're using too much carbon, they'll bill you. And you won't have a choice because it'll be pulled out of your CBDC, your central bank digital currency. Welcome to the future. Telecommunications, e-government for citizens to access and use services, file taxes, vote, collect benefits. Come on, y'all, let's go. Social platforms. Hold up. I just showed y'all them doing away with what? I just showed you all the Supreme Court doing away with Section 230 in the United States, which will make social media companies more responsible. Did Congress just kill social media in America? That's the question. Let's continue to push forward, right? E-commerce. They're going to change the way you shop, the way you conduct business. Humanitarian responses. Right? Travel and mobility. You can't even book trips without being on the digital identity system. You can't even fly out of here. Where are you going? Oh, we're flying private jet though. See, that's the difference between, listen, I'm like Rich Homie Quan. The difference between me and you is we're flying private jets. We're rich. Why? Because we did what we're supposed to do to separate ourselves. There's no more middle class. You don't have to worry when you're investing in this space. You don't got to worry about being stuffed in like sardines on the flight. We get a little bit better. We get a little bit better treatment. We get a lot bit better treatment. Stop playing with this. Financial services, to be able to even open a bank account, to be able to carry out online financial transactions. The new world order. But in church, they'll tell you, don't associate with the new world order. Listen, I'm about to go get rich, and I'm going to be rich in the new world. I'm going to be rich and still have faith and still believe in what I believe in. But I ain't never going to not take advantage of a good crisis. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. We here for a reason. We here for a reason. So Forbes, y'all want to know why I played that ISC? If y'all had been on time, if you had been on time, you would have caught the ISO 20022 video in the beginning so you understood what that is. Because you was late, you missed it. Check this out. ISO 20022 will change payments, but some banks won't be ready. This was published February 22nd. Drop some hot coffee in the chat box. I told you we the hottest. It's no more not denying it. A new financial messaging standard. This is on Forbes. A new financial messaging standard will launch in 2025, but a substantial number of large banks say they won't be ready in time. Y'all want to know how deep I dove for y'all today? Stop playing with me, man. Somebody drop a GOAT in the chat box. Somebody drop a GOAT on YouTube because I'm literally GOATed now. Check this out. Top 100 banks and Ripple. The list is based on 2019 S&P Global Market Intelligence Report of the 100 largest banks in the world by total assets. This list, the list links the top 100 banks by assets and Ripple. Okay? Currently, 38% of the world's top 100 banks have been linked to Ripple. Stop playing with this stuff. XRP to the moon. Everything new coming soon. That's what the nerd said. Okay? And I believe that. Check this out. Number one bank coming out of China, Industrial and Commercial Bank of China, $4.2 billion in assets. Come on, y'all. Look at this. But then we come down here. Look, top four banks by total asset market cap is all in China. Come on, y'all. Let's go. Mitsubishi UFG Financial Group in Japan, customer of Ripple. JP Morgan in the United States. They're not going to let you know yet because why? Because the SEC is suing Ripple. Can't nobody. I'm about to show y'all something. I'm going to blow your mind. There's only one bank in the United States that got their neck on the line right now with Ripple, and that's BOA, Bank of America. Don't sleep on it. Every other bank that's partnered with Ripple right now in the top 100 is in another country, right? Look at this. Citigroup, number 11 bank, not associated with Ripple yet, not on paper, but we know that they are because of ISO 20022. But guess what? What was the title? This is what they won't show you on Forbes. See, this is why Forbes got a higher VO. This is why, because I'll show you why. See, they said some of the largest banks won't even be ready by 2025. What are those banks? Probably the ones in the US because they're stifling innovation. Citigroup, they're stifling innovation. Who else? Who else am I calling out? Point them out, point them out. Goldman Sachs, point them out, point them out. Who not connected to ISO yet? Morgan Stanley. Let's keep going. All the US banks that's not associated with Ripple yet. US Bank Corp. Come on. Come on. Oh, actually, hold up. PNC, I was wrong. We got one more. That one slipped me. All right, PNC, customer of Ripple. Imagine, look at this. BB&T, SunTrust Bank, not associated with Ripple. Look at it. Bank of New York Mellon, BNY Mellon, not associated. Capital One, not connected yet. Y'all, there's 38% is connected. Do y'all understand that when all these other US banks, we are the number one economy. We have the number one economy in the world. When all of our banks are attached to Ripple, we out of here. You heard it here first. We got the receipts. Miss Miller, we got the receipts, man. We're not playing. Let's keep pushing forward. We gonna go a little bit over the show. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm excited today. All right. I'm excited. Okay. And the scammers tried to come in and try to ruin my show. Like, for real. Now I have to go crazy. Department of Justice put this out. This was on February 7th. Okay. Former Coinbase insider pleads guilty in first ever cryptocurrency insider trading case. Isaiah Wahi tipped his associates regarding crypto assets that were going to be listed on the Coinbase exchange. Okay. Now the SEC and Coinbase are going to war. Are y'all ready for this war? Because this war, this one right here is like in Lord of the Rings. You know what I mean? When they got to the mountain of Mordor, you know what I mean? Like who's nerdy enough to know what I'm talking about? Like when they got to the mountain of Mordor, this is what this moment is in crypto. It's happening. Who's nerdy enough to know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, who know what I'm talking about? We are in the Mordor times of this case. Now, this was the document right here. The U.S. District Court, Western District of Washington, Seattle Division. The SEC versus these four defendants right here, which are all associated with what? They're associated with Coinbase. Now, This was recorded. Let's see. This was actually filed a minute ago, though. This was filed in July, okay, of 2022. Okay, but it's starting to come to light because you got him coming forward and pleading guilty. Pleading guilty. Did somebody tip him off? Did somebody pay him? Did somebody pay him? Frodo throw the ring. Hey, look, I'm the Frodo Baggins of this thing. You know what I'm saying? Call me Frodo. Call me young Frodo. Okay. Now, Chamber of Digital Commerce. The Chamber of Digital Commerce urges the court to dismiss SEC versus the Wahi lawsuit. Why is this important? Because this chamber has filed an amicus brief seeking to dismiss the case and put an end to the SEC's attempt at backdoor rulemaking. Should the court support the SEC's claim that the digital assets at issue in this case are in fact securities, that decision would have far-reaching implications for the digital assets industry, and we felt that it was imperative to share our concerns with the court. If you all don't know, the Chamber of Digital Commerce is associated with the Digital Dollar Foundation. Okay, now I wanted to come here right here and show you guys this. Now we move in. Now we move into some more bullish content. Caption: Ripple has always been a partner in the development of CBDCs in India. The Reserve Bank has an article published on their official website regarding CBDC and interoperability through a common bridge, which itself tells the whole story about Ripple. I want to zoom in and let's read this highlighted section that they highlighted so generously for our show today. Shout out to them. Okay. Cross-border payments enabler. When engaging in cross-border CBDC transactions, RBI, the Reserve Bank of India, will sometimes deal with different networks for each major currency transaction. They will deal with different networks. Maybe this is where quant comes in. Here, interoperability between networks will become important. Being able to conduct exchanges of assets and coordinated transactions across two different ledgers, centralized and decentralized, without requiring a middleman, will help enhance efficiency and mitigate risks. Okay. The BIS Innovation Hub, okay, project involving the Central Bank of China, Hong Kong, UAE, and Thailand, collaborating on the multiple central bank digital currency MCBDC bridge project. One world currency, one world order, one ring to rule them all. Interoperability can be achieved through a common bridge. This is screaming Ripple all day. This is screaming the name of Ripple all day. Now, this is on the cbdctracker.org, okay? This is the digital rupee, which is India's CBDC, okay? They literally tell you right here, the Reserve Bank of India will introduce CBDC in the 2022-2023 financial year, which begins on April 1st. Swish, 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 it's a swish. Man, we in the game. We so rich. Let's go. India expands national bank. India expands their national payment network to Singapore. What's in it for crypto? Wow. Can you believe this? They're expanding through their pay now integration to Singapore, which we know Singapore and Ripple and Singapore and India have relationships between central banks. They love Ripple. They love that technology. They love it. They eat it up. Okay. Now, let's see what else I had to show y'all. This was a document I had on the Reserve Bank of India. This is their this is their concept note on on central bank digital currencies. This is the full report right here. This came out October 7th. Like, look, you really got to be bullish to find this type of stuff. Like, for real, man. People don't even got the patience to find this stuff. Like for real, y'all. Like, this is public information, but you know, hey, it'll be in the we got the receipt section though of the Discord. Now, last thing that I want to show before we get up out of here, okay, is this to end the show strong, okay? Visa Economic Empowerment Institute, Visa, okay? Finding a secure solution for online use of CBDCs. This came out in March of 2021, y'all. Look at this. Visa's research and product teams have proposed the creation of a secure payment system protocol that can allow a user to make a digital payment in CBDC while both the sender and receiver are temporarily offline. Visa is going bonkers, going crazy, y'all. This is our like, I don't know about y'all, but this is my moment in truth. Like this is my moment right here, y'all. This is my moment to really bask in the greatness and the glory of God and the greatness and glory of the universe and the greatness and glory of everything, because everything that we have been working for, all right, has come into fruition. And I want to take us out with this video right here. Okay, I got one more video. If y'all got time for one more video, just drop a 1 in the chat box. All right, y'all got to see this. Y'all can't go the whole show and not see this. So like, tell your boss 5 more minutes. Just let them know. Look, let your boss know. I tell them for you, yo. They won't be there they're not going to be there too much longer. Like XRP about to take off. Like, I hope you get some, boss. I hope you get some too. All right, perfect. My family got time for this. So first thing I want you to understand is this guy on the right here is from Visa Crypto. And if you look at his shirt, when I make this video large, it literally says Visa Crypto. I just showed y'all this document right here, right? Finding a secure solution for online use of central bank digital currencies, AKA cryptocurrencies. Enjoy this video. And then after this, we will get to our Q&A session. Let's go.
The broader approach and thesis and how you arrived at this Visa approach to stablecoins and USDC.
Yeah, sure. So first off, we're incredibly excited about the partnership with Circle. And so when most people think about Visa, they think about the retail card network. But increasingly we're really becoming what we call a network of networks, where we want to participate and add value to every transaction, whether it's consumer to business, business to consumer, or business to business. And so we see Visa as really becoming a single point of access for clients to move value over VisaNet or over new networks that emerge in the future. And public blockchains and digital currencies like USDC are really just additional networks. And so we think that there's an important role for us to play to be a bridge between new digital currency wallets and our network of 60 million merchants across the world. As well as to explore how payment innovations like digital currency.
Woo! Yes, sir. That was it. They got 60 million customers around the world. They are about to open up the world. They're about to God dang it.
These can enable new payment flows. And so over the past year, we've really been closely following the growth of the stablecoin ecosystem. And, we've seen USDC emerge with this, really vibrant, global developer ecosystem. And it's amazing to see the, activity and excitement from developers across the world, really with a range of use cases that they're, looking to build on it. And so we're seeing, interest from, clients and fintechs and businesses in digital currency wallets and the potential to be able to use USDC. And so it was natural for us to want to partner with the leading platforms like Circle.
Oh my God. What? Like, hold on. Just listen. Just listen. Just listen.
Natural for us to want to partner with the leading platforms, like Circle. To help figure out how we can, bring our products and services and our network to Circle's clients and, enable additional value and utility for USDC.
It's awesome. And so maybe just talk a little bit about, we're building this partner wallet, network that can connect, businesses and the funds they have, marketplaces that have sellers or suppliers or others, and kind of connect them to these digital wallets around the world. Talk about the build out of that network of wallets, what that represents in terms of an opportunity for commerce firms in particular.
Yeah, so over the past year, what we've really done is we've gone out and we've partnered with the leading consumer-facing wallets to help them be able to issue Visa credentials, and we want to work with every regulated digital currency wallet across the world, and so we've established Visa as the leading card network for digital currency wallets. So now, next is kind of what can we do, with that network, and how can we add additional value to them? And so we started looking at, what are payment use cases, the new payment flows that stablecoins like USDC could potentially power, for businesses. And we think things like, cross-border payouts and disbursements could be one of these really interesting, flows to explore. But in order to be able to have a broader set of clients to be able to leverage something like USDC to be able to make payouts, you need to have a few things. First, they need to have really good business-facing, developer-facing APIs where they can originate.
Didn't we just talk about APIs on the last episode?
Originate those payouts, and that's what we saw Circle's platform starting to provide. But then you also need to have endpoints where those payouts can be received. And so as we onboard the dozens of digital currency wallets onto our network, we want to help Circle's clients be able to identify, here are wallets that are kind of the leading wallets in each market that are approved by Visa to issue card programs, and then be able to initiate payments that flow over a blockchain in USDC, to those wallets.
Okay, enough. Yo, okay, understand this, family, and we're gonna get ready to get out of here. Understand this. We are invested. We don't have time to repeat it. We are invested. Okay, listen. We are invested before it even happened. This is Black history. This is history. It's Black History Month. This is Black history. This is history, period. This is Black history right here. All right. For me, this is Black history. All right. For real. This is it. This is it. It's history, period. But God dang it, it's Black history too. All right. Because we've been waiting for this moment. We've been waiting for this moment. And they're trying to keep my people out. Not happening this time. VO is here to save the day. I'm not leaving other people out, but I'm here for my people. And I'm here to stay. I'm here for y'all. I want y'all to know that. Any African American, Black, minority, if you need help, if you need understanding in this space, I'm here to support you. And everybody else too. I love everybody. But I'm talking specifically to my people. I love y'all. And I want y'all to understand that I'm here for you. Whatever I can do to help y'all, to help people win in this space, especially during this time. They never want, they do not want to see us win. They don't want to see us win. They do not want to see humanity win. They do not want to see this. They do not want to see this change in financial abundance. They do not want to see this revolution. It's time. This time, it will be it will be televised, the revolution. It would actually be cryptovized. It'll be cryptovized. So with that being said, I want to say thank y'all for being here. Before y'all go, okay, I know some of y'all quick with the some people quick with that little thumb, you know, thumb hit the end button, like people quick, like I'm like, damn, y'all came through for the value and got the hell on. Sheesh. All right, that's what you're supposed to do. But I would love for you all to stick around for our Q&A session. If anybody got any questions, I know Billy had a question. I just don't know what part, so you can ask your question, Billy. I just wanted to make sure that we got through that section. And while we're waiting on people to raise their hand for the Q&A section, I do want to make sure that I take the time to promote what I got going on. Okay, if you all would like to support me today, I would love the support. We literally have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You got 5 days left before the book goes up to $50. Okay, the price that it's valued at. This book, Mo Crypto, Mo Problems, is literally the leading book in teaching you about all of the problems that you're going to face. Okay, or at least a good majority of the problems that you're going to face when becoming a cryptocurrency investor, a cryptocurrency advisor, a cryptocurrency influencer. You're going to deal with a lot. And so this book was written for each and every single one of you all. If you do go and choose to support me today, it'll be $25. There are a few copies left at $25. And all you got to do is use the code crypto at checkout. Okay, click this link right here. Use the word crypto at checkout. And I'm also make sure I drop it for my YouTube fam. But make sure you all use the code crypto. Okay. I appreciate it. Thank you to everybody on YouTube. YouTube's going crazy right now. Sheesh. YouTube more active than Zoom. Okay. Sheesh. So look, make sure you guys go and grab a copy of that book. Okay. Do not cheat yourself. I promise you, like y'all gonna feel the same energy, right? You're gonna feel the same energy that you feel on the call inside of that book. All right. Go ahead and get that. Use the word crypto. And I appreciate each and every single one of you all for supporting me and my ministry and what I do and this, and everything. So I don't see anybody that raised their hand. So I'm guessing nobody has any questions. So that allows me to get up out of here scot-free. Okay, that allows me to get up out. Oh, y'all, oh, dang. Y'all, yeah, that wasn't playing. I knew I wasn't going to. Look, their hands went up quick. Hold up. Hands went up quick. All right, go ahead, Jamel.
Yo, what's going on, y'all?
Yo.
So my question is, you think those that aren't invested in crypto right now, whether it's XRP or anything, you think they'll end up like suffering down the line money-wise?
No, because crypto is not the only way to make money. They just missed out on an opportunity that was easy. Like they just missed out on a buy and hold opportunity. So that's what I personally think. I think that they're missing out on an opportunity. But I mean, hell, I got Flippin' Love on the call right now. My mentors in real estate. They're investing in crypto because I got them investing in crypto. However, even with all of their friends and colleagues and people in the real estate space, those people is good. Like real estate will always bring cash flow. Real estate will always bring wealth, right? Investing in gold, investing into farmland, like these are all assets that we should be obtaining. Crypto is just one of them. It's one of the plays. It's many plays. We got the Turo play. We know what I'm saying? We got the Turo play. We got the crypto play. We got the stock play. We got the travel play. We got the real estate play. We got so many different plays that we can run. This is just coffee. I appreciate the two. Hey man, the orders is rolling in. Shout out to y'all, man. Look at God. All right. But thank y'all. But with that being said, no, to answer your question, Jamel, I think that certain people that don't run no plays, which is a lot of people, they run zero plays. There's people that run zero. They run one play, actually, and they run it half. They run that play half-ass. Excuse my language. But they run that play, and that's their job. Most people run one play in life, and that's a job, and they run that half-ass. So if you run the lowest level of a play half-assed, I mean, then yeah, you're gonna suffer. Okay.
Hey, thank you, bro.
Hey, no problem. No problem. Next up, we got Billy. I'm gonna call on you. Next up, we got Billy. Here we go. Go ahead, Billy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, I am 2 pages deep in notes today at 9 o'clock. First thing in the morning, coffee and crypto. 2 pages of notes. Look, there's just like no. So I'm going to go talk to a friend tomorrow about crypto. I tried a year ago.
Right.
There's no way that I can tell this fellow about crypto. I can only tell him about some research and do it yourself. It's so much. Today is just so much. Yesterday was so much. Last year was so much. Man, what's it going to be tomorrow? And we're talking about March. We're talking about April, like right around the corner. Crypto, I just saw the Visa thing the other day. And now every day is Visa. Visa's got something to do. Visa's looking for a protocol. Visa's looking for a way in. Visa's telling everybody that they're in the game and they want to be number one. And this Visa. I just, it's just crazy. And I will say this: I was digging through some old notes and I saw a matchbook from Cracker Barrel, and I thought of Mr. Branch. Hey, Mr. Branch.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. So look, Mr. Branch just sent me something at 11:11. Yo, Mr. Branch just texted me. He sent me something at 11:11. Said Bank of America has filed for a patent for a settlement system, citing a Ripple distributed ledger, according to a filing of Google patent. Like, hey, Mr. Branch, stay sending me stuff, man. He is definitely that guy. So I appreciate it. All right. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. And next up, we got Shy, and then I see Esmeralda. Hey. But let me ask Shy to unmute.
I'm going to make this so short and sweet today. Hey, y'all. Good morning. I hope everyone is feeling as lovely as I do. I don't know if it was the crypto ghost or what, but I got lit in the middle because what landed on me was, oh my God, I buy some every time I'm on this call. And I just remember being younger and watching Bitcoin and seeing it at 75 cents and watching them give it away if you were playing games, things like that, to get everybody on board. And all I say to myself when I watch it go to the moon is, boy, I really wish I bought someone that shit was 75 cents a coin. Like, just think about it, right? And I went to XRP and I saw that it went up. And I made my purchase, and I don't know, something about it in between, it just hit me. And then right after it hit me, you actually dropped more gems. And I don't know if anyone feels the way I feel, but there's scientific proof that synchronicities exist, that people come into alignment and they get into these big bubbles like the one that we're in when we all want something and they make things happen. It's scientific. It's not just juju talk and crazy talk. Crypto is coming and energy is a big thing. And knowing which way to go is so important. I'm super excited. I know that while others might get left behind, me and my baby aren't. And he said, do you feel like they'll be poor? No, I just feel like they're going to say, I wish I bought it when it was less than $1, just like how we are right now. So it's not necessarily that they're going to be left behind, but do you want a better quality of life? It is a wealth shift. You say this all the time. I'm going to be shifting on up, baby. You can shift up, you can shift down, or you can shift side to side. And I'm going up to the moon with the crypto. And I'm going to be riding this thing out with Vincent Owens. I done bought my book. Y'all better go get it, because you guys are forgetting that the value you get here, you can quickly forget. Go and get your shit together. I had to get my shit together. I'm talking to me and y'all, but I'm not getting left behind. I do know that. Thank you.
Facts. You know what I mean? That's why the Q&A is so important. You know what I mean? But the Zoom is locked now. Like, if I don't know your name, you're not getting in the Zoom. That's my new rule. If I don't know your name, if you don't come to the show, catch us on YouTube, because we're not having no more of that jive happening on this show. Like we got some very respectable people. We got Miss Janet on the call. You think Miss Janet want to read stuff like that while she's sitting here trying to collect her blessing? No, she does not. You think Miss Zuli want to read that stuff? She don't want to read that. She know she bad. She know she fine. She don't need nobody saying that in the chat. Come on. Okay. Now let me call on Esmeralda.
First and foremost, I missed these calls, so I'm glad that I hopped on this morning.
I'm happy you hopped on.
Thank you for your energy.
Of course.
I think I will be hopping on more often. I realized that I really miss this energy and this group where, it's not even just about crypto. I feel that it's a community where, we can rely on each other for information and at the same time grow together, right? But my question for you is, because I'm not sure if maybe I missed this, but is your book, is it digital or is it a hard copy?
Great question. So right now it's digital. And that's just because that's where my capacity of knowing what to do and how to do it is, because this is my second book. I have been looking into methods of getting it in the hard copy. That's like everyday research. So until somebody comes into my life that I attract that publishes books, which I believe that's going to happen, to take this one to New York best time seller. All right. But until that happens, it's an ebook. But I will let everybody know. And I also plan to get in the booth here at my studio, and also actually right here, I got the mic, and actually just shooting the audio. So we'll have the audio book for sure coming out. But right now, to get the information, it's an ebook, and that's the fastest thing. And it's a pre-order. It's pre-order right now. So it's so that's why I'm doing 50% off, just because celebrating the pre-order.
Sounds good. Thank you so much.
No problem. Good morning. Have a great day. All right. Next up is Crawl Billy. I'm gonna call on you in a second. I wanted to call on Mo real quick. Go ahead, Mo. Floor is yours, brother.
Man, I ain't got too much to say. You rock the mic, you rock the show, you rock YouTube, you rock Zoom today. Shout out to Shy, shout out to everybody else that participated. Man, we ain't worrying about the haters, man. All they gonna do is hate the more we hit the top. All I want to say is, let's go!
Yes!
Put your energy in there. Manifest it with your tongue. Live the life that you know that you're destined to be. Let's go! I love y'all. Have a blessed day.
Love you too, Mo. Let's go. Sheesh. Mo with the energy. Let's go, man. And last but certainly not least, Crawl Billy.
Look, I'm thinking Mo might have some of that Bojangles coffee. I'm not sure. Look, I wanted to say, you sent out some kind of tweet this morning on Discord about the ledger. I think everybody, I wouldn't have seen that if I hadn't been in that, but I think everybody needs to see that thing. I think I told you this the other day. I want to make sure, because it was epic to me. My friend last night asked me how I could fathom the fact that I could buy an XRP or an ISO for 40 cents or a nickel, and it go to $400. How could it? He said, "You think that's real?" I said, "Let me tell you this little story about church last week, where the kid said, Dad," and I know these guys, "Dad, I had an opportunity to buy a Bitcoin or a hamburger, and I bought the hamburger."
Wow. Wow. That's what I call the hamburglar. That's what I call the hamburger.
I just hate to say it. I know this kind of kooky, but you know what you know, right? It's just all good.
Hey, Billy, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Could you share with the world, and hopefully, because your Wi-Fi is a little shaky, but hopefully we can get the age. How old are you learning this stuff? If you don't mind letting the people know, how old are you coming in here every day for a year straight, literally never missed one episode maybe? And how old are you doing this, Billy?
I missed one episode because I was asleep, because I was 61, and I deserve it. But I'm 62, so next month will be a year in trading. I've lost a shitload of money, excuse my language, and it's okay, because I've learned some things. It always costs me money to learn something. It costs me money to do anything, but I've learned a lot. I got new friends like y'all. So I can talk to you. You respect me enough to talk back realistically, because we're all learning the same thing. But there's not many people around here learning the same thing. I don't have anybody to talk to about this around here, because I don't know. I can't make them figure it out. I can't make them figure it out. Look, I'm a recovering alcoholic drug addict, dude. Okay, right. So I am responsible for my activity, not my result. Even in witnessing, even in sharing the program, even in sharing crypto, even in sharing my food, it's like I can show you where it is, kind of. I can encourage you and help you along the way and be that person of God, but I cannot be the teacher. I can't teach it. It's like teaching fourth grade diesel mechanics or something. It's like just you can't teach this stuff. I mean, you can.
Yeah.
I can't do your job. I can't do your job, but I do have a lot of respect for you because you pull a lot of information. I have a lot of information about you. I saw stuff last week to get ready for today. Got to train. I have stuff that I get from you that I go back and research all the time. So it's all good.
I want to show y'all.
I'm all very good at.
I want to show y'all something real quick. I wanted to share. All right. So this is huge to me. And so y'all pay attention to this. Look at Colonel Sanders, the founder of KFC, who became a millionaire in his 70s. He kicked off the franchise at age 62 and made his first few millions 12 years later. The man was 74 years old as a multimillionaire, and it took his life. And Billy's had multiple businesses. Billy has multiple businesses right now. And I believe that we are witnessing the next Colonel Sanders. We're literally witnessing the next Colonel Sanders right here on Coffee and Crypto. A man who's literally the same age, 62 years old, started this when he was 61, 60 years old. And he's literally taking these next 12 years, 10 years to make sure his health is right, his wealth is right, his mindset is right. That's who we're talking about. We're talking about Big Billy, Crawl Billy in the building. So I just wanted to make sure I highlighted Billy because for those people that's on the call that maybe you're in your 60s, your 70s, your 50s, your 40s, your 30s, your 20s. Just think about it. It's all perspective. This was beautiful. Absolutely. Make sure y'all go grab a copy of that book, man. Make sure y'all support a young entrepreneur. It is Black History Month. All right. This book right here. I have 2 books. All right. I'm getting up out of here. I gotta toot my horn one more time. I got 2 books that's published. All right. I don't know what this was. I don't know if I was about to whip y'all or something. 2 books. I got 2 books that are published. All right. And I'm feeling good because I just feel like swinging this around my head right now. That's how I'm feeling, man. When XRP go up, I'm just gonna be on somebody's boat, my own boat, doing that. But yeah. So 2 books published. I'm one of the very few authors that actually has the background of writing long books. I wrote a 200-page thesis on the I wrote a 200-page thesis when I got my master's of public health. It was almost 200 pages on the associations between medical mistrust and hypertension in a cohort of African American and white men in Johns Hopkins in Maryland. Okay, I pulled the data from Johns Hopkins. I wrote all of this stuff. I'm doing the same thing right here, right now. That publication won number 2. That publication won number 2 out of all of the theses in my cohort, in my class. This right here is going for number 1. This right here is going for number 1. I love each and every single one of y'all. Y'all have an amazing day. Y'all have been the absolutely greatest, just the greatest crowd that a young man could ever ask for. All right. If you need me, y'all know where to reach me. This was episode number 83, and I'll see y'all next week on episode 84. Have an amazing